Alright guys, and welcome to episode 8 of this AFC Wimbledon Manager Mode career. Now, after an absolute nightmare last episode, I'm not going to beat around the bush or anything. We played 3, lost 3, and didn't score a single goal. So, yeah, after the nightmare, I just knew I had to get straight back on track. I had to hit the road running, basically, using all the classic cliches that everyone used. There was no sitting on the fence and all this. I had to get goals, I had to get points, I had to get wins because I could feel the pressure was kind of growing. So we went into the game against Preston, and like I said, I knew I was under pressure, and maybe the pressure got to me. I don't know, because it, like in all the games in this episode, they're really tight, tense, and there were chances, but just the ball didn't go out much, and it seemed to be a bit throwing loose tackles and throwing loose shots by both teams, granted. And as you can see there, we had a mad scramble to get it away, and then we had the chance from the corner, and it was headed just past post. I actually thought it went in when I was playing. And then Adamena, amazingly, it took until the 82nd minute. From the 20th minute to the 82nd minute, absolutely no action. And Adamena's shot just came off the inside of the post. But we were looking pretty decent. Looked like we could hold out for the 0-0, and I'd have taken that at this point. But then they got forward just as I went all out attack. Adam got it into the box. Nicholson got a free header, and in the 87th minute I went 1-0 down, and I didn't even feel like rage quitting. I was just like, oh my god. It's now 4 games defeated, 4 games I've lost in a row, and I've not scored in a single one. But anyway, we'll move on to the game against Southend United. And again, like I said, all the games were very similar, but there were chances in this one. Like in the 4th minute, Porter had a shot and he just flew past the post. That would have been a quality goal if it had gone in. And in the 23rd minute, Moore broke past the defender and set himself up to just finesse it into the far corner. The keeper saved well there, and it did go out for a corner. And then they came back in the 34th minute against us. Barnett twisted and turned in the box, got it out to Hall, and then Hall chipped it back in for Barnett. And Barnett, and what a finish that was. I mean, he had all the time and space he needed, but to still pull off that finish was absolutely, exquisite finish. Past the keeper, not a chance. But we still came back at them before half time. This time it was Rowe, dashed into the box in the 43rd minute, and his shot was well saved, and they did manage to get it clear. And then in the 56th minute, we came back at them yet again. Pedro Reyes laid it off to Rowe, turned the defender, got into a great shooting position, but the keeper made another great save, and yeah, we just couldn't see him to get past him at this point. And then in the 65th minute, I had all the time in the world with Luke Moore, ran through on goal, and still managed to put it wide. So you could just tell after that he just wasn't going to be our day, and a shocking challenge by Johnson. Barnett was down the wing, he was in, he put it into the box, eventually put it into the box, to Johnson, and Johnson took on one defender, and he didn't need an invitation at all to finish that. 73 minutes gone, we were 2-0 down, and it wasn't looking great yet again, and yeah, I just don't really know what to say. Just, for some reason, I have good chances, as you saw. That Luke Moore chance was a brilliant chance, but just cannot put them away. And the game finished 2-0, so you could really, now I was feeling the pressure, and the pressure became that big that I even got the vote of confidence from the board saying, look, we're going to review your performance, you're losing, you've lost 5 in a row, you've not scored in those 5 games, so you've got to be careful, and basically if you lose the next one, then you're sacked. So taken away from that, just checking out my youth team, because obviously they have changed and improved or whatever. Antonio Munn, I'm not going to sign him up yet. Still about a 15 gap in his potential. I may look at the potential. The overall I do look at, like, he's 40 to 48, and that's not too bad. Could be a bit better though. But he's only 14, so I can't sign him anyway. He's starting to, this Hannah Busat, his potential's going down a bit. Although his overall's good, his potential's going down, so is a bit iffy, and ahhing over him. But Joe Sheringham looks pretty decent, 70 to 80, and Max Ledbetter just gets better and better by the day. Potential 77 to 91, and overall 52 to 64. Cannot ask for any more than that. And Sean Stevens, our last one. Again, the gap is just quite big in the player potential. That I didn't bother offering any of them contracts, and then obviously like 2 days later or whatever, I got my scout reports back, and this was the last time that the English scout who's scouting in England was coming back, so it was like make or break basically. And I'll just tell you now, just literally none of these were good enough at all, and I just rejected every single one of them. So yeah, I have got a free scout, and I will be asking you just when I'll just get on to that later on. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, the Japanese scout again. I was a bit and ahhing and thinking, shall I reject these because they're not really that good? But I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. So I left some of them, but he's not really finding many from Japan, which is quite frustrating. But got to accept it and move on. And again, just kept Rory McIlroy. So yeah, I've got Joe Taylor, the English scout, and this is literally just drop a comment in the section below. Let me know where you want him to go, and I will send him out next episode or whenever I can, get the comment feedback back. So just let me know where you want him to go, and if I have the money, I will send him there. So we moved on to the game against Leyton Orient, the game we had to win, basically. In my eyes, if we didn't win, I was sacked. And in the 7th minute, Seb Brown came out and made a great save to keep us 0-0 at this point. And in the 25th minute, we worked it brilliantly from the free kick. Chris Bush laid it off to Jackson. Couldn't have asked for a better chance. Could not have asked for a better chance. And we still managed to miss. Unbelievable. So we went in at half-time, 0-0. And then in the second half, it was really odd. I made the sub in the 55th minute. Didn't come on until the 75th minute. So there was a good 20 minutes where it was out of play. And straight away, 72nd minute, sorry. And straight away, we got a chance. Jolly hit it straight at the keeper there, and they managed to get it clear. Then we came back at them again. Adamino, one of the substitutes, in the 81st minute, turned the defender, had the shot, but the keeper tipped it past the post. And then yet again in the 88th minute, we had a massive goal-mouth scramble. Midson with the shot, Porter with the shot. Porter eventually got the ball back again, had another shot, and then they did manage to get it clear, and the game finished. AFC Wimbledon 0, Leyton Orient 0. So that's 6 games I have played, and I have not scored. It is just getting ridiculous. But the great news is, they decided that they were going to keep me on for whatever reason. Their reason was that I was performing adequately. And fair enough to them. I mean, if they'd have sacked me, it would have been a bit harsh in my eyes. But you can't go 6 games in a row without scoring, only picking up 1 point. It's just not good enough at all. And obviously, I am delighted to be told I'm safe. But at the same time, I'm really worried that if I don't win the next few matches or something, then they might just come out and just be like, oh, we made the wrong decision, you're sacked. And that wouldn't be great, to be honest. So, as you can see, flicking on the league table, not 16th, not 17th, not 18th. I am 19th. So, as I said, it is really tight, the league table at the bottom, and I've dropped to like 1 point clear of the relegation zone. This season has turned out completely different to what I thought. But that's the way, you got to roll with the punches, as people say. And wow, I've used a lot of cliches in this episode. But yeah, I mean, not the best of episodes at all, and I'm not even gonna dwell on it there. Actually, I'm just gonna quickly end this episode. So as always, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next episode, hopefully with some goals. See ya.